Hrist floated above the battlefield, her wings lazily flapping to maintain her altitude as she scanned over the combatants. She could feel the raw emotion emanating from the mass of humanity below. Fear, as men fought, scratched, clawed, and died, but also courage, in spite of that fear. But courage was not enough. She was looking for a hero, someone worthy of Odin's feast hall. She flew slowly over the front line. If anyone was going to prove themselves, it would be there. The sounds crescendoing as she gazed across the field were oddly comforting to her. In her hundreds of years of service, some things had never changed. The participants, reasons, places, and banners varied, but when it came down to it, the sounds of men yelling, the clash of steel, the deep thud of wood, the cries of "Murir," as warriors breathed their last breath, were a constant. A roar reached up to the skies as Hrist passed over, and she quickly circled back. A mighty lord of war clad in steel, twin eagle feathers standing tall and proud out of his magnificent helmet, bellowed defiance and rage, demanding another foe face him. And the enemy obliged. 3 came on at once, striking, jabbing, thrusting, seeking a gap in his defences. Skilled footwork and deft swordplay held off the initial assault, but the 3 renewed their attack and charged, screaming vengeance. Instead of recoiling, the warrior countercharged, bull-rushing the middle enemy with his shield, pinning his opponent's arm to his chest, striking out with his sword to the right to force the enemy there back, before sweeping the point back, ending with a powerful thrust, breaking the chainmail. The man fell limp as the sword point punched through his ribcage and pierced his heart. As the man fell, the warlord crunched the right enemy's face with a vicious punch from the rim of his shield, before turning back to his left. The last man, now recovered after missing his initial charge, rushed in and met shield to shield. A test of strength began, both men grunting and straining every sinew and muscle. But the ground was slick with the blood and churned up muck of battle, and the newcomer lost his footing and slipped. The warlord brings his sword up, poised to deliver the killing thrust, but just as he does, his arm is held fast and he loses his balance. The second man, nose broken, tears streaming down his face, holds his bicep and wraps his other arm around the warlord's chin, lifting it to expose his throat. The third man did not hesitate, and rammed his sword through the warlord's beard and gorget. The warlord fell, no longer held by his enemies. His hand desperately grasping his throat, trying to keep his life's blood in, his other hand holding his sword even tighter, knowing that this was the end. Hrist smiled and flew down, invisible to all except one. She reached out, her hand warm against the cold steel links of his mail coat. "Come, warrior, you have earned your place." As she bore him aloft, a waif bearing a grown man in steel as easily as a child, she rose to the sky, towards Valhalla.